This video is a part of the Coastal or Summer DIY Challenge.
Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today's video is brought to you by the wonderful Heidi SONBOUL.
Heidi is a fantastic DIYer who brings her charm and sparkly personality to her channel as she creates some of the best DIYs I've ever seen. You'll find Heidi's channel link and the playlist link in the description box below.
I'm super excited to share these crafts, so let's get it started.
I went with Coastal, and I'm creating some planters with this hula skirt from Dollar Tree. I'm leaving the jute twine in each strip to keep it together. I'm braiding 3 sections at a time. It's a simple braid. At the end of each strip, I will trim off the excess and hot glue the ends together. Here's that simple process again. With all the grass braided from one skirt, I will remove each piece of twine and hot glue the pieces together. Now I'm taking these recyclable containers to use as planters. I don't want to paint this container, but I want this inner area covered, so I'm hot gluing the strips to the inside edge. Now I continue to glue the strips around and around the container. After I covered the entire container, I will apply some mineral chalk paint. The stripe will be the width of the brush, so I will slowly paint the stripe. Because of the uneven surface of the grass, I will stroke the brush forward and backwards in some places to cover the area completely. Now I'll apply agave chalk paint with a smaller brush. Now, with a dry brush technique, I will apply white chalk paint all over. I'm going to use this container because of its square shape. I didn't want exact matching planters. I will carefully cut the container with my box cutter. If you're not sure about using colors together, use a popsicle stick and dip it into the colors to see if they are what you are wanting. You can also add more colors onto the popsicle stick with a small paintbrush to decide on a color wheel for your project. I did like the colors together, so I am going to use this Kills chalk paint in Blue Juniper. This planter will have part of the container exposed, so I'll paint that area with 3 coats. Only the middle section will be exposed, so I'm not painting the edges. Now I'll begin to add a grass strip to the very top of the planter. I add a second strip. I want the bottom to match the top, so I'll glue on 2 strips. Remember how I added an inner strip to the first planter? I decided to do the same with the second one. I'll apply silver lining chalk paint first to the grass strips. Then I'll dry brush it to the middle area. I will apply the white chalk paint in the dry brush technique to the strips, then to the middle section. I want to add a coastal embellishment, so I'm creating charms. I've drawn a shell and starfish shape onto fiberboard. I use an X-Acto blade to cut them out. I've traced a small hole to cut out also. I'll use it to attach it to the planter. Now I'll use patching plaster to create a natural rough texture. I smooth small amounts on. It's just like frosting a cookie. Except you don't want to eat this one. Using a large paper clip, I poke through the plaster. I will pat any ridges out. And now my shell. I allow it to dry for an hour, and I will cut grooves with the push pin. It's not completely dry. That will take hours. After another hour, they both felt crumbly, so I'll use this Mod Podge to seal them, and it really did work. Here I have steel, silver lining, white, and ballet slipper. I will lightly add steel to the entire top of both shapes. Now I'll add silver lining to the edges. I will apply it all over on the shell. Ballet slipper will be used in the center, going to each arm of the starfish. I will place it here and there on the shell. Now I will highlight this center and arms. The shell will have highlight all over. Now I will place these shapes on twine and tie one around each planter. And now my coastal scene is complete with these planters. I purchased these plants at Lowe's for $3.97 each. The basket was thrifted for $3.99. My blue jar was thrifted for 99 cents, and all the seashells were treasures from a beach in Belize. The candle holder was thrifted years ago, and I gave it an updated, distressed coastal finish. And the fishnet is from Dollar Tree. Thank you, Heidi. She's ever so humble and is always helping the smaller YouTube community to grow. Don't forget to watch all of these super cute videos in the playlist. If you like this DIY, please give me a like, and if you click on the subscribe and bell icons, you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks for stopping by, and until the next video, have a great day.